I'm Allison, and this is Dream Anyway, a podcast for those of us who feel the pull to create, even when the path isn't clear. So wherever you are in your journey, grab a coffee, get comfy, and dream anyway.
So I'm Angella Southerly with Light a Lamp Nonprofit, actually founded Light a Lamp in 2014.
And what is Light a Lamp?
Light a Lamp is a 501c3 nonprofit. I would say that through all of our programs we offer, we are mental health support for people, no matter the age.
What does that look like, and where is that being not met?
Light a Lamp actually offers 3 different programs. We're mostly known for our primary and largest program, which is Project Lift Up. We want to lift the spirits of people. And this is actually in local schools. So this mental health program for youth also acts like a suicide prevention. We are in 25 schools throughout Meade, Spokane, Spokane Valley, Reardon, Tico, Cheney, and Medical Lake. The schools are just scattered all over, and we're growing every single year. And what that looks like is we provide mental health packs that go to students when they're struggling with anxiety, depression, or feelings of hopelessness. We are in grade school, middle, and high school. We also offer these schools a kindness mission. So it's a 3-week program where students get to be the hands and feet for the nonprofit, where they're looking for people doing selfless acts of kindness or people that are struggling. The cool thing is we notice these students are also recognizing their teachers, custodial staff, kitchen staff, bus drivers, not just their peers, which has been really cool. So then they get to practice social skills, gain confidence, with the ultimate goal of decreasing bullying, which then prevents self-harm to others. So that's our primary program. I knew I wanted to do something for the greater good, something beyond myself. I'm a creator, and my mother and I did gift baskets. We had done this for a while. We wanted to deliver comfort gift baskets to people in the community that were going through grief or illness, or those people that go above and beyond for other people. So we started doing more and more and more. And next thing you know, friends and family are loving this. And then we were doing food for vulnerable groups and helping other nonprofits. It grew to the point where we knew we wanted to do even more. So we started looking for vulnerable groups that were struggling. And then the wheel starts turning. So really, Light a Lamp began with what we call our Hope and Healing Basket program, which we still have to this day. That's our second program. So we do make and deliver custom gift baskets that go to people struggling with illness, grief, or we recognize what we call local heroes. Usually when we deliver these gift baskets, I say, thank you for being one of the few, these people that go above and beyond. So that's our second program.
So who would order a gift basket? Does somebody?
Great question. Yeah. So we actually have some partnerships with the Spokane Police Department chaplaincy. They know we just kind of keep them stocked with some of our baskets, and they include grief share resources that these families can reach out to. We also partner with Excelsior Wellness. We also are known for the demographic of families that have children born with cleft lip and cleft palate here in Eastern Washington. So we provide welcome baby gift baskets for those new parents. And then our little mental health care packages for kids with cleft lip and palate, because they have a lot of scarring. They're going to go through a lot of challenges. So these are just a few of the niche groups that we support, but any employer can really go to our website and nominate somebody that they know is going through tough times or that should be recognized. And then we're going to deliver.
It seems so selfish, but I felt during cancer treatment that nobody knew what to do. And so nothing was done. Even still, I think, interestingly, now that I feel better, it's even weirder. Just a very interesting thing to go through an illness. And I guess I'm bringing that up because is there something personal that brings you to this?
Yes. Thank you for asking. So first of all, a lot of people don't know what to do. They don't know what to say when someone they know is going through these tough times or tragedies. And we hear this a lot, that then no one does anything. No one says anything. I'm going to tell you a little story here really quick. So when I found out that there was a family that had lost their son to suicide last year, I wanted to give one of our Hope and Healing baskets, but I didn't know the family very well. So I called a dear friend of mine who also had lost her son to suicide. And I said, how would you have responded before I go deliver this gift basket to this family that just had this loss? Is that a good thing or is that not a good thing? How were you in that time? And she said to me, Angela, I would have loved to have received a gift basket during that time. People don't reach out. They don't know what to say or what to do. So nothing happens like what you just said. So I delivered the gift basket. And of course, it was a positive outcome. People just like to know that they are in someone's heart and mind, that they're being thought of. So our tangible hope and healing baskets are just like that. They're the conduit that lets people know that someone's thinking about them. And that's huge. It goes a long way.
Yeah, I love that. As somebody on the other side of it, I didn't want anybody around. So I understood the conundrum. But that basket would have been perfect because then people, I know you would have been thinking about me without having to come see me in my misery.
Yes, exactly. So you're not forcing yourself to having someone talk or visit, but it's just a nice little drop off to let people know.
Everybody gets a pass. I'm not keeping score. It was just very interesting. And it continues to be interesting. I have incurable cancer, but you just think people would want to make the time.
You would think. And I think it actually starts with this. What we're doing today is this conversation to end that stigma and let people know it is okay. And here are some ways that, you can go about this to let people know that you're there for them. If we're blunt and we're forward about it, and then they go, okay, this is all right.
Yeah. Well, I love that you have an option where you're not saying to somebody, I need you to come visit me, because that's hard. A nonprofit. And does that mean that it doesn't cost the person who's nominating the person?
Right.
That's awesome. And what kind of people are donating to your nonprofit, or how are you being funded?
We have an annual fundraiser and it's a big auction, silent auction, live auction, but that's how we raise our funding for a year. And then other than that, with our mental health program in the schools, we'll look for local businesses or kind people that want to sponsor a school. And then we'll put that business name that goes on our mental health packs to that school for an entire year to say thank you to that donator.
So when you were starting this, was everybody on board with you and thought your idea was brilliant, or did you have naysayers?
I got to tell you, how we started was my mom and I were, like I mentioned, creative. And so we would make things like homemade pillows and try to find little farmers markets where we didn't have to pay very much money to have a place. We would sell our homemade items so that we could make money to buy cool stuff that we would then put in these gift baskets. And that's how we started. I actually never wanted to become an official nonprofit in the beginning because I thought it would become about money. I didn't want to worry about that. This was just my way of giving back to the community. But after a few years and the way it grew and the people around us were loving the mission, we knew the only way to serve more people was it takes money, unfortunately. So that's when we made the decision to become an official nonprofit in 2019.
Has the path been easy?
No, it hasn't been easy, but I'll tell you, it's been amazing. It's really been a God thing, in my opinion, every step of the way. I think that when people step out to do something for others out of the goodness of your heart, you're going to be met. And every time we've agreed to serve others, even though we maybe don't have the funds financially, if we say yes, and then here comes the funding, karma, right? I think some of us, well, maybe all of us have an internal fire, an internal passion for something. And this obviously here is your passion. It's absolutely amazing. And however Light a Lamp has became what it is now, I actually remember when it started and I was a kid. I had a real strong inner fire passion to want to help others and to highlight others and to end prejudice. And then also just wanting to go out and do it all.
Do you have any advice for somebody who has a dream that doesn't know where to start?
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's a loaded question, isn't it? I think I would start with resilience. If somebody has a dream, first and foremost, don't let anybody squash it. A lot of people will say, don't be a dreamer. Think practical. You can do both. I truly believe you can do both. Here's your dream. Now figure out all the practical check marks to get to it, right? And then you can get there. But resilience, I think, is a big part of this because we all go through peaks and valleys in life and tragedy and tough times. And so those can hinder us from our dreams and stop us, right? We can always have that negative Nancy on one shoulder that's saying, you can't do this, you can't do this. That's where you build that resilience to say, yes, I can. It's a self-talk every day, sometimes multiple times a day, to keep pumping yourself up to follow your dream. You mentioned some health issues and why I started this. So in the beginning, I personally have dealt with health issues since I was real young.
Mm-hmm.
And my family just knocked out by cancer as a real young kid. I can remember at the age of 5 massaging my grandmother's feet in the hospital when she was going through her cancer treatments. And then when my dad in high school was going through his cancer treatments. And then one of my best friends that she died at 36 in 2018 of cancer. And I was massaging her feet in the hospital. I've known a lot of people that have gone through a lot of health issues since I was a little kid. Dealing with lupus, dealt with my own health issues. So that's why in the beginning, I wanted to recognize people with inner strength, that toughness, because I know how hard it can be. And a lot of these people that go above and beyond, or they're having to fight for their life, they're not loud to say, I want to thank you, or I want recognition, but darn it, they deserve it. And that's really why I started the Hope and Healing Basket program in the beginning. Once people see that someone sees them, then it's going to pump them up and they're going to want to do more. They're going to want to fight harder, or they're going to want to continue doing more for others. It's just human nature. I just really want people to know how important each individual person is, that everyone can win in this life. We all have our dreams. We all have our passions. Some of us have the same dream and the same passion, but you're going to tackle it in a different way than the person next to you. So don't let anything stop you from following that. I just think that that's so important. I try to urge people, inspire and encourage people to keep going and to keep inspiring and encouraging each other. In today's world that can be tough, we need that partnership. We need to be collaborating with each other. I have to say, one thing I love about my team at Light a Lamp is that the people that Light a Lamp recognizes, the people that it attracts, like everybody on our team should get a gift basket. They're just amazing people. I'm always telling them, how much I appreciate them. I really can't say it enough. And every time we have an event where we meet more people in the community that say, oh, do you need volunteers? I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And we just keep getting more and more amazing people. The consistent trait with our team, our volunteers, is people that have been through struggles, whether it's physical illness or mental health challenges. Every single one of us has had some sort of tragedy we've tried to overcome. And I think when that happens, you recognize that inner strength in other people. And then when they see the mission, when people see our very organic, grassroots, authentic, and full of heart mission, they just want to be a part of it. And we welcome everybody.
This was a beautiful conversation. Thank you so much.
No, I'm so grateful. Thank you for you and for what you're doing. You're opening a space for a lot of dreamers.
I've always had my head in the clouds, but my feet on the ground as well. I totally agree with you that you can be both.
It's a balance, right?
Yeah. And also, what else is there? I think whatever it is out there that you're dreaming of, go for it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for listening. New episodes drop every Thursday.